Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. We'll start with Mangacharan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. O my Lord, the all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udirayet. Before reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayan, unto Nar Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and to Srila Vyasadeva, the author. नष्टप्रायष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. By regular attendance in the classes on Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotees, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. I was born in the darkest of ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Mukam karoti vashalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham vande Sri Guru Dinatarinam. I offer my respectful obeisance unto my spiritual master. His mercy turns the dumb into eloquent speaker and enables the lame to cross mountains. We are reading from Canto 10, Chapter 26, from verse 1 to 14.
That's from the TV. Which words? Text one.
One. Prabhu.
Translation. So Dev Goswami said, the cowherd men were astonished when they saw Krishna's activity, such as lifting Govardhan hill. Unable to understand his transcendental potency, they approached Nanda Maharaj and spoke as follows.
The government men said, since this boy performed such extraordinary activities, how could he warrant a bird among worthy men like us? A bird that for him would seem contemptible.
How could this 17-year-old boy playfully hold up a great hill Govardhan with one hand, just as mighty elephant holds up a lotus flower?
As the mere infant who had hardly yet opened his eyes, he drank the breast milk of the powerful Geminus Putna, and then sucked out the very life air as well, just as the course of time sucks out the youth of one's body.
Once, when only 3 months old, little Krishna was crying and kicking up his feet as he lay beneath a huge cart. Then the cart fell and turned upside down simply because it was struck by the tip of his toe. Once, when only 3 months old, little Krishna was crying and kicking up his feet as he lay beneath a huge cart. Then the cart fell and turned upside down simply because it was struck by the tip of his toe.
At the age of 1, while sitting peacefully, he was taken up into the sky by the demon.
Trinavarta.
But baby Krishna grabbed the demon's neck, causing him great pain and thus killed him.
Once his mother tied him with ropes to a mortar because she had caught him stealing butter. Then, crawling on his hand, he dragged the mortar between a pair of coconut trees and pulled them down.
I improve.
At the time when Krishna was tending the cows in the forest together with Balram and the cow called Dev and Bhakta came with the intention of killing Krishna. But Krishna says, this even showed him a bad mouth and tore him apart.
Daring to kill Krishna, the demon Vatsa disguised himself as a calf and entered over Krishna's calves. Krishna killed the demon and weakened his body and enjoyed the sport of kicking kapita fruits down from the trees.
Together with Balram of Krishna, he would kill the demon and help his friends. That would be securing the safety of the Delavanta forest with upon that we fully define the palm wood.
After arranging for the mighty Lord Balram to kill the terrible demon Kalanga, Krishna saved Prajas, cowherd boys, and their animals from a forest fire.
Krishna chastised the most poisonous serpent Kaliya, and after humbling him, he drove him forcefully from the lake of Gaya. In this way, the Lord made the water of the river free of snakes for
Again, Vishesh Rup.
Dear Nanda, how is it that we and all other residents of Raja cannot give up our constant affection for your son? And how is it that he is so spontaneously attracted to us?
On the one hand, this boy is only 7 years old, and on the other, we see that he has lifted the great hill Govardhan. Therefore, O King of Raja, a doubt about your son arises with us.
Okay. 13. Dustyajuna chanuragosmi. Sorry. Dustyajashchanuragosmin. Sarvesham no vrajokasham. Nandate tanaye smasu. Tasyapye outpatik katham. Dustyashanuragosmin. Sarvesham no vrajokasam. Nandate tanaye smasu.
Tasyapi outpratikah katham.
Tasyapi outpatik katham. Dustyashanuragosmin.
Sarve samno vraj vrajo kasam.
Sarvesham no vrajokasham. Nandate tanaye smasu. Tasyapi outpatik katham. Dustyajashanuragosmi. Sarvesham no vrajokasham. Inandate tanaye smasu. Tasyapi outpatik katham. Okay, synonyms altogether. Dustyaja, impossible to give up. Cha, and Anuraga, loving affection. Asmin, for him. Sarvesham, on the part of all. Na, us. Raja Aukasham, the resident of Raja. Nanda, dear Nanda Maharaj. Te, your. Tanaye, son. Amasu, towards us. Tasya, on his part. Api, also. Autpatika, natural. Katham, how. Translation, everyone together. Dear Nanda, how is it that we and all the other residents of Raja cannot give up our constant affection for your son? And how is it that he is so spontaneously attracted to us? Okay, purport. Would like to read? Yes, Prabhu.
The very word Krishna means the all attractive one. The residents of Vrindavan could not give up their constant love Anuradha for Lord Krishna. Their attitude towards him was not particularly theistic because they were unsure whether he was God or not. But he attracted all their love precisely because, as God, he's the all attractive person, the supreme object of our love. The Government then also asked, how is that young Krishna feels such constant love for us? In fact, the Supreme Lord loves all living beings who are eternally his children. At the end of the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna dramatically declares his affection for Arjuna and urges Arjuna to reciprocate that love by surrendering to him. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his prayers to Lord Krishna states, Etadarshi tava kripa madhavandamapi vruddhaivam vidrishami navi. My Lord, you are so merciful toward me, but I am so unfortunate that love for you has not awakened within me. Says Shikshashkita, verse 2. In this statement, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also uses the word anuragha. Our misfortune is that we cannot reciprocate the anuragha or loving affection that the Lord feels for us. Although we are infinitesimal and insignificant, and the Lord is infinitely attractive. Somehow we do not give Him our love. We must accept responsibility for this foolish decision, since to surrender to God or not is the essential expression of our free will. The Krishna Consciousness Movement provides an efficient, systematic program to help conditioned souls revive their original blissful consciousness, which is love of God, Krishna consciousness. The intricacies of Krishna consciousness are so wonderful that even Krishna's eternal associates, the residents of Vrindavan, are astonished by them, as shown by these verses.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for joining for this Srimad Bhagavatam class. And it's beautiful uh, what we are going to discuss and what we all read, all the pastimes, now what is happening is a little bit of context. Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill for 7 days, 7 nights. Now the rain has stopped, the thunder has stopped. So Krishna asked them to leave, and he put the Govardhan hill back. And now this cowherd men and women, they are having this doubt. They are discussing. Actually, they are discussing among themselves that, okay, you know, this child is not ordinary. Krishna is. It's he's different, and the title of this chapter is also Wonderful Krishna. And now they're recalling all the activities that Krishna has done, since has taken birth. Let's go. Who all remembers the order? Don't look at the screen or anywhere. What was the first pastime that Krishna performed? Yes, killing of Putna. Raise your hands. What was the second one? Yes, killing of Putna was first one. Second was Trinavarta. Yes, second was Trinavarta. Mhm. Just a second. Yes, let me see first. Yes, Trinavarta. Mm-hmm. No, the second one was Card Demon, and third was Trinavarta actually. Hmm. Second one, the name is not given here. I also forgot the name, but the Card Demon who disguised himself as Card. And then third was, okay, I give the answer, Trinavarta. Now fourth one. Mm, yes, but before that something happened. Damodar pastime, yes. Damodar pastime happened, and then the killing of Bakasur. No, no, Bakasur is the duck demon. Yeah, crane. Crane, yeah, Bahul. Crane. And then, yes, calf. Vatsasur, who disguised himself as calf. And then, no. Yes, yes, yes. What was the name? Yes. No, 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 no. Yeah, donkey one. Yes, you said donkey, but what is the name of that demon? Dhenukasur, exactly, yes. Dhenukasur. Dhenukasur, that palm fruit. Yes. By the way, I just had the palm fruit when I went to India. Amazing. Uh, I wonder why Krishna's friend and Krishna wanted to eat that fruit. It's very nice. Yes. What was that after Dhenukasur? No. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's not Kalia. No idea. No, no, no. Hint. These demons are not actually killed by Krishna. Yes. Uh-huh. Starts with P. Yes. Pralambasur. Now, after that, Kalia, yes. Kalia and yes. So after Kalia Daman happens, Govardhan Leela. So this is the order. I. Mhm. Kalia. Agasur. No, Agasur is not mentioned here. Not all are mentioned. Actually, it is mentioned somewhere that Krishna used to kill one demon every day. That was his routine. So he will go to herd the calves, and by the afternoon time, he will kill one demon and then have lunch. Yeah, I'm not joking. It's actually like that was his routine. He will kill a demon and then have his lunch and then go back. So that was his routine. I was like, wow. And not all the asuras are mentioned here in Srimad Bhagavatam also. Because Parikshit Maharaj, he only had 7 days. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder, like, what if he had like 30 days? We would have very long Bhagavatam. But yes, we poor souls, we are not able to read this also, Bhagavad Gita, which was only spoken in 45 minutes, by the way. We're not able to read Bhagavad Gita. What to speak of Srimad Bhagavatam? But Srimad Bhagavatam is amazing. We were just discussing the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam the other day. Uh, I think on Sunday we were sitting and discussing Srimad Bhagavatam and pastimes of all the devotees, and we went on and on and on. So let me ask you, which one of these pastimes is your favorite? Hmm. Okay. What is that? Agasur. I heard Alasur. I'm like, who is this new demon? Why?
Because while I was listening to one of the lectures, in that the speaker mentioned that the Agasul pastime is one of the pastimes where Krishna, because of Yogmaya potency, fell into anxiety that what is going to happen with my friends.
Hmm.
So that that is something which gives me much more of an assurance that now if I'm going in wrong path, Krishna is there. He is taking anxiety for me as well. So yeah, he'll take care.
Yes. Amazing. Little bit comment on that. Like Krishna, he felt anxiety. Can we imagine Krishna feeling anxiety? He is the supreme personality of Godhead, all powerful. He can do anything and everything. Still, he's feeling anxiety. Like, my God, these guys are going inside the mouth of a snake. What will happen to them? And these cowherd men and boys, they were actually okay. They went close to this demon and they saw a huge mountain. They felt like it's a huge mountain, and the mouth of snake is a cave. So let us go inside. Maybe we'll find something amazing inside. And then when they were going near and they saw a path, like that was this tongue of the snake, right? So they were like, no. And then they saw this teeth. And then they were very sure that, okay, this is a demon. This is a snake. They were sure that this is a snake. Okay. They stopped there, they looked, and they saw, okay, this is a snake. And then they looked at Krishna. Krishna was very far. They looked at Krishna. Oh, Krishna is there. Let's go inside. He will take care, you know. So you see the amount of surrender and the amount of faith that they have in Krishna. They are ready to enter mouth of a demon, mouth of a snake, and not worry about it. Like, Krishna is there and Krishna will save us no matter what. And now Krishna is taking anxiety for them. And what will happen to my friends? These guys, they went inside. Now I have to save them. And how? These guys. And Krishna, not only in that pastime, Krishna felt anxiety many, many times. When during the Mahabharat war, now these Pandavas, they had this habit. Actually, not only Pandavas, many devotees of Krishna, they have this habit of taking vows. And when a devotee takes vow, Krishna is like, my God, this guy again, not again. Bhishma Dev, he keeps on taking vows. Arjun, he keeps on taking vows. And who else takes vows? Yudhishthir Maharaj takes vows. Bhim takes vows, crazy vows again. So Krishna, now when they take vow, Krishna is in anxiety. Now Bhishma Dev, when once he took vow that I will either kill uh, one of the Pandavas or I will make Krishna take weapon. So now again Krishna is in anxiety. Now, my God, something will happen here. And when that day it is actually explained that Bhishma Dev was fighting like a young man. And we cannot imagine how Bhishma Dev was. He's powerful, you know. He actually almost defeated his own guru, Parshuram. And Parshuram, we hear that Parshuram, when he was there, he actually annihilated the whole Kshatriya clan 21 times. And there were 7 streams of river of blood that he created. 7 streams of river of blood. Can we imagine that? That is Parshuram. How powerful he may be. That Parshuram had a fight with Bhishma Dev, and it was kind of a draw where they were not able to reach a conclusion, but he was not able to defeat Bhishma. So Bhishma is powerful, you know, he's very powerful. It is described that he's like Timingala. He's described as Timingala. So one who keeps the fish Timi in his neck. Now, what is Timi? Timi is a fish that eats whale. Timi is the fish that eats whale, and the one who keeps that Timi fish in his neck is called Timingala. So Bhishma Dev is described like that, and he could he would kill thousands, like tens of thousands of soldiers every day of Pandavas. And Krishna was like, if this guy remains, then you will lose this medal, and there's no way you can win. So we have to do something about Bhishma Dev. And Bhishma Dev, now Bhishma Dev was okay. He had a lot of affection for Pandavas, so he was not actually fighting very harshly, or fighting, uh, giving that fighting spirit against Pandavas. When Pandavas would come, he would just fight a little bit, and then he would just go away. And then this guy, what is his name? Duryodhan. Duryodhan, he saw this and he was like, I have to do something about this. So then he goes and he tells Bhishma Dev, he uses very sharp words and says that you are not fighting honestly for me. You have affection for Pandavas and you're not honestly fighting for me. So then Bhishma Dev is like, okay, I take a vow that either I will kill Arjuna or kill actually one of the Pandavas, or I will make Krishna uh, pick weapons and fight. So Duryodhan was very happy. Now there's a lesson here also. Duryodhan was very happy that either ways it's a win-win. Krishna will be defamed or one of the Pandavas will be killed. It's a win-win. Now demons or those who are envious of Krishna are very happy when Krishna is defamed, or when a devotee is defamed, or when a devotee is put down. So we all, as sadhakas, we have to look for this when we are getting happy. If we are getting happy when a devotee is put down, when a devotee is defamed, when some faults of devotees are being highlighted, we have to be very careful. If there's some happiness within our heart, we are not expressing it, but there's something that we feel inside, then we have to look like, okay, where is this coming from? Is this coming from enviousness? And I can tell for myself, it's a it actually happened a while back, but someone was glorifying some devotee. Now this devotee was very sincere. He was he was I think he was chanting 32 rounds a day. Okay, and doing service, reading shastras. Very very pakka devotee, very determined. And some other, like another devotee, was glorifying that devotee in front of me, and I think it was just two of us. Now, when that devotee was glorifying that devotee, now what was going in my mind? In my mind, I was thinking about, okay, this devotee has this fault. He's not doing good here. He's not doing good here also. He's not doing good here. So what I was doing, I was looking at faults. I was constantly looking at faults. So this is what we have to be careful of. If some devotee is being glorified, how we feel. If we feel good, if we feel happy, if we also feel like saying something like glorifying them, yes, green flag, do it, go ahead. This should happen, natural. If there's faults coming in your mind, if you're saying, and then you also are acting on it, you're saying that, oh yes, that devotee is, but that devotee is doing this service, he's giving very nice bhagavatam class, he's chanting very nicely, but if that but comes, it's not good. If we are genuinely concerned about some devotee, if we see any fault, then the right thing to do is to go and talk to them with the right mood of helping them in their devotional life. That, okay, if I go and talk to them and help them understand this fault of them, then they will progress and they will go closer to Krishna. Should come out of compassion. If it's coming like that, it's very good. Do it. It will help you also and the other devotee also. Constructive feedback. Feedback sandwich. My friend Amla Harinam is a fan of feedback sandwiches, not here. But yes. So if we do that, it's well and good. But if we go the other way, it's very dangerous for our devotional life. What is the first offense against the holy name that we chant every morning? Yes, to blaspheme the devotees who has dedicated their life. Now, we may say that, oh, we are not blaspheming. But if that enviousness is coming in our heart, then slowly, it will progress towards blasphemy also. So we have to catch it very moment it arises. So yes, I think I went on a tangent. Where did I where did this come from? Duryodhan, yes, Duryodhan. So vows, we were talking about vows. So now Bhishmadev has taken a vow, and Bhishmadev is very pakka on his vow. He will fulfill it. So now Krishna is in anxiety. And then that day, Bhishmadev was fighting like a young man. He was very vigilant. He was like fighting very strongly. He was shooting arrows, and Arjuna was not able to. You were not able to see Bhishmadev's hand. He was going in the quiver, shooting arrows again, going. So you were not able to see this hand like that fast. He was shooting arrows, and it is said that Arjuna at one point was covered with arrows also. Yes, there were so many arrows piercing Arjuna. And till that day, Arjuna never felt anxiety, or Arjuna never had a drop of sweat. But that day, Arjuna was sweating. And Krishna saw this. Krishna saw that my devotee, now he's in danger. And Krishna knew that if I don't do anything here, this guy is going to die for sure. And now Arjuna is not even fighting. He's just counteracting the arrows that Bhishmadev is shooting, because it's not able for him to fight. He's just trying to save himself. So then Krishna jumps. Krishna jumps down, and there's a beautiful verses that Bhishmadev recites after, when he's lying on his bed of arrows. He offers very nice prayers to Krishna, and he remembers this particular scene when Krishna jumped off the chariot and he's holding a wheel and uh, coming towards Bhishmadev. And now when Bhishmadev saw this, he's very happy. Bhishmadev is very happy, and he actually left his bow and arrow, and he's standing like this, surrendered. Do it, do it. I want this. And it's a different rasa between Bhishmadev and Krishna also. Many people, they misunderstand Bhishmadev, but Bhishmadev is a pure devotee of Krishna. He knows what Krishna wants. Krishna wanted this. Krishna wanted to enjoy some Vidya rasa. And actually, it is said before Bhishmadev leaves the arrow, he actually shoots some arrows on Krishna also. And he breaks his armor, and some blood comes out of Krishna's body. Krishna's body is transcendental, but he shows some blood. Yes, this scene. And it is said that Arjuna tries to stop Krishna because Arjuna knows about the vow that Krishna has taken, that I will not fight. And if Krishna is fighting, then Krishna will be defamed. So Arjuna doesn't want that. Now, Arjuna is holding Krishna's legs with both hands, but Krishna is powerful. He is dragging Arjuna. You see, he's being dragged. So this is happening, and we see that how merciful, how kind Krishna is. Krishna doesn't care for his own fame. He doesn't care for his own glories. He doesn't care what people will think about him in future. He's only worried about Arjuna. And yes, Bhishma Dev is describing how Krishna looks when he was actually driving the chariot of Arjuna. Sarthak Prabhu, that verse is, how does it start? Yuditura Garajo Vidumra Vishwak Kachalulita Shamavarya Lankratasya. Yes. So from the horse's hooves, the dust is rising. And that dust is decorating Krishna's face and Krishna's hair. Hair is being turned golden because of the dust. And pearls of perspiration is arising from Krishna's face, and that is looking like a diamond, and it's decorating Krishna's face. So this now, while fighting, Bhishmadev was able to look at Krishna like this, look at Krishna's beauty. So we can see how Krishna conscious Bhishmadev was. Like every moment he was able to see Krishna. Okay, let's come to the verse that we are going to discuss. Uh, okay, how is it that all the residents cannot give up the constant affection for your son, and how is it that he is so spontaneously attracted to us? Does any one of us have any answer for this? There's cowherd men and women, they are very anxious. Give them some answers. Why are they very naturally attracted to Krishna? And why is Krishna very naturally attracted to them? We also want this, right?
Yes.
Yes, but why is it happening to them?
Because Krishna is always
And that is true. Yes, Krishna is always with them.
I think they love God because he's Krishna. They don't love Krishna because he's God.
Yes, that's right. They love Krishna. They love God because he's Krishna, not the other way around. But why is that? My question is why? Why do they do that? Here they are also they are not able to understand themselves. Like, why do we have this natural affection for Krishna? You know, it is explained that they love Krishna more than their own husband, their own wife, their own child. Nothing is more dear to them than Krishna. You know, uh, yes, we were discussing the pastimes where Krishna used to go and steal butter, and externally they were angry. They would go and complain to Mother Yashoda, but internally they are like, "Where is Krishna? Why didn't Krishna come to my house today?" They want Krishna. They churn butter just so that Krishna can come and steal that butter. So why this kind of love? Can we understand this? Actually not. But we may able to experience it one day. We may able to feel it one day. And our goal is to be like that, to follow the footsteps of Brajvasis and to have that natural, spontaneous attraction for Krishna. Actually, Nanda Maharaj will try to clear their doubts and try to answer something. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful because they cannot think of anything other than Krishna. And they actually don't want to. And here, one answer could be that why they are naturally attracted to Krishna and why Krishna is naturally attracted for them. Because They are made for that. Actually, we all are made for that. We are all made to love Krishna, and Krishna is there to love us. That is our sole purpose. What do we say? There is a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita. What is the natural position of a soul? Jivere Sarup Hoy Nitya Krishna Das. Yes. Yes. Nitya Krishna Das. So that is our national position. So we are meant to serve Krishna and to serve him lovingly. Not just to serve, but serve lovingly. You can only serve someone if you love them. If you are uh, if you're serving someone and if you don't love them, that is not actually service. That could be a transaction. We say that, oh, I'm serving to my boss. That's not service. You know, you're getting something. That's why you're serving. Now, uh, Prabhupada gives a example that the closest that we can experience the closest thing that can come to Krishna's love for us and our love for Krishna is the love of mother and child. Now, we see the mother is serving the child without any expectation. And the mother has natural affection, some love for child. That's why mother is doing it. Without that, she cannot do what she does. It's a lot of hardship. I mean, I've not experienced it, but I've seen a little bit of it. When a newborn is there, it's very hard. You don't get to sleep, and whole day you have to take care of them, and then at night they will not sleep. You have to change their diapers and this and that, whatnot. So all this why? Because there is some love, some affection. In this verse, there's a word called anurag, constant love. And now here something very profound is being discussed. Sometimes people they argue that if Krishna loves me so much, why does he send me here in this material world? Why am I away from Krishna? Right? And many of us we might have had this question, or we might have this question right now also. That why are we here? If Krishna loves us, then why are not we not with Krishna? Straightforward answer, very uh, honestly speaking, is that we didn't want to be with Krishna. Now, some people may argue that yes, but it's all Krishna's will. Krishna wanted us to be separate from him. No, Krishna never wanted that. No. Here in purport, it's clearly, very clearly stated that although we are infinitesimal and insignificant, the Lord is infinitely attractive. Somehow, we do not give him our love. We must accept responsibility for this foolish decision. Is saying that we must be accountable for this decision. We have to accept that because I was not wanting to be with Krishna, I am here in this material world. Since to surrender to God or not is the essential expression of our free will, Krishna will not interfere in this free will. And I've tried explaining to some people, but they had their own arguments. This free will Krishna has given us, and Krishna will never interfere in this. If we want to be with Krishna, Krishna cannot put us away. Can you imagine Krishna putting one of these Rajvasis away from him? No, right? Never. So then how would Krishna put one of us away if we wanted to be with him? Not possible. So we didn't want to be with Krishna. That's why we are here. And we have to accept response. When we accept this, then we'll do something about it. Then we'll try to, you know, here we then we'll try to chant, then we'll try to do whatever the process requires to go back to him. So we need to understand this. And then there's mentioned that This systematic process is there for conditioned souls to revive their original consciousness, blissful consciousness. Yes. And why it's important to read Srimad Bhagavatam? Because this is real life. And what we are living right now is real life. So we need to enter, we need to remind ourselves of the real life now and again. Because one day, I think 2 or 3 days back, I was talking to a devotee and they were mentioning that, Prabhu, when I come to temple, when I do kirtan, when I do some devotional service, I feel very good. I feel very happy. I forget about all my problems and I'm very happy. And then, but at some point where I have to go back, then I feel very sad that I have to go back to the uh, original problems of my life. And I feel like I'm using devotional life as an escape for my material problems. And I said, no, 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 no. It's the other way around. This is real life. And this is what you're meant to do. And that material life is an escape from our natural spiritual life. So, what you're experiencing while doing devotional service, uh, that you're free from anxiety and you're very happy, that is natural. You're supposed to experience that. And what you're experiencing in material life is also okay, that's also natural. And material life is full of anxiety. And but at some point, there will be time where we'll be able to completely absorb ourselves in Srimad Bhagavatam, in glories of Krishna. So we don't have to go back to the material world or the material life that we have to. Yeah, we have to do that also, yes. But yes, this is real life. Srimad Bhagavatam is real. There's one devotee, I don't remember from who said this, but they said, uh, so you open Bhagavatam, then you enter Srimad Bhagavatam. So you start reading Srimad Bhagavatam, then you enter Srimad Bhagavatam, and now you be there. You don't come out of it. So that is the goal. We want to enter Srimad Bhagavatam. Not like merge into it, but you know what I mean. Enter the pastimes of Krishna and serve him. I think that's all I have to say. And we'll take if there's any questions, any comments, or anything that you want to say. Oh, yes. Yes.
So I really liked, thank you so much for your class. That was one thing, when you were talking about Vishwadev, his attitude while fighting the war so interesting because I mean, he's giving his level best. And he's even much better than all these young warriors that were there. But also in his mind, especially in his prayers, he's just thinking about Krishna, right? How Krishna is looking at him, how Krishna is fighting. He's willing to give up his life. I don't care about this. Doesn't matter here. Right? So that attitude is so different from what a materialistic attitude would be, especially at such a situation where maybe want to view myself and thinking, during the wars, that we have to. It's not about that for Bhishma Dev, right? It's about doing your level best, but how you can do it. And if Krishna comes himself, he gives success, right? So that was beautiful. Yeah. My question is about the fault finding aspect as well, right? Because yeah, I also enviousness is something that I also look at every time. That it's a very natural tendency for everyone, who's there out there, and I'm trying to solve it. It's another I see myself. I'm trying to solve it. But as a leader, I wanted to ask, right? A lot of people, individuals, sometimes as a leader, it's also their role to resolve any faults in it. In the individual, that also means finding faults in somebody. So how do you balance that out as a leader? How do you do that? Because it's not easy for a leader to be in that situation where you also have to look at the faults, recognize it, and solve it for somebody, but also you'll be in that mode that one should not be looking at somebody's faults.
Yes, it's difficult, Prabhu. Uh, so Amoglila Prabhu, he shares, he gave a class here and he shared in that class that before correcting someone or before giving someone a feedback, you should see three things. if you have a relationship with them, to correct them, if you have a position to correct them, and is it the right time to do that. So if these three things align, then you can correct them. If not, it's okay. You can pass it on to someone who has this qualification and who can give them correction nicely. uh, what else? um, yeah, sometimes you have to look at faults of devotees, but actually Vishesh Prabhu once he helped me. I was getting annoyed by some devotee. Okay, they were doing something and it was very difficult for me to hold back. I wanted to go out and correct them, and yeah, not do this, but yeah, speak out. But then he said, okay, you reflect on where it is coming from. Is it coming from a point of view of correcting them, or is it coming from a point of view of helping them? Then he said, you make a prayer to Gopinath. You make a prayer that, my dear Gopinath, I want to help this devotee, and because of this behavior of this devotee, some other devotees are getting hurt. So, can you please help me convey this message to this devotee so that he understands and he works on it, or he or she, like, yes. So, then after making that prayer, it was very easy. Not very easy, but it was, yeah, I was able to do it. So, we have to see where is it coming from. It's coming out of compassion, it's coming out of love, coming out of care, then yes. But if it's coming out of I am right and you are wrong, coming out of, oh, you don't know anything, then that's not the right thing. So we always have to reflect on where it's coming from. We'll take Vishesh Rugan.
Oh, I just want to appreciate you for this, for overall the class. And then we were sharing on Bhishma Devi was reminding me constantly of Lord Shiva because uh, if you love someone and then people think of you as their enemy, that is really hurtful. Just in the Vedas, that's what happens. But what is even more hurtful is that if someone is your Lord and people think of you as their Lord, you know how Prabhupada must have felt when people thought he was Krishna. But Lord Shiva, out of Krishna's will, appears time to time as uh, prophesizing even Mayavad to just kind of to give like a bridging uh, philosophy for certain people who are too much in mode of ignorance, and for people and beings, not just human beings, who are too much in mode of ignorance, he offers himself as a lord to them, so they have a crutch to walk upon, purify themselves. So how must he be feeling all the time that? But he still does it out of Krishna. So it was reminding him Lord Shiva all the time. Um, and another thing that you shared was, I just want to add to it, is that how can you offer service without love? If there is no love, then it's not service, it's a transaction. That is true in the context that you mentioned. But I was listening to this class by Nitai Sevani Mataji, and she was saying that on a very fundamental level, love comes out of service. She was saying that why is a mother so much attached to a child that she helps to grow up? A child, if it died in the bachpan, childhood, infancy or something, she wouldn't be, because she has invested a lot of service in the child, constantly, a lot of emotions. So she develops so much love for the child. And so, because the question was that how can I serve Krishna if I don't even love him? It feels fake when I'm doing it. So she was saying that the acharyas in their technical commentaries are giving the process of developing love, where they're saying that you have to offer service and that will create love. Even Prabhupada was once asked by someone who was a little shy away from an arranged marriage that I don't love this person, how can I? Then Prabhupada said that while offering services, love will also come. So the other way around is also true. What you said is
Yes.
also true.
Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes. Yeah, it can be taken wrongly that, okay, if you don't have love, then you don't offer service. But yes, if you offer service, love will also come. Yes. Nice. And Prabhupada describes love as service sometimes. You know, uh, he translates bhakti into devotional service. So that is, yes, Prabhupada always emphasized on service, doing something for Krishna. Yes.
I just wanted to share a reflection. Like I had asked His Grace Mahatma Das Prabhu this question in our Saturday class that there's a lot of like workplace politics, and I, if I see troublemakers, I try to address it with my boss, and he's very understanding. Like for the most part, he'll help me navigate or he really see what's happening. But how do I stop like the endless criticism in my mind? Like it's this non-stop chatter of, oh my God, how are you here and how are you, how am I voting? Like, different people. Because it ultimately it can affect your son, right? So he told me one thing which I really loved. He was like, well, first of all, you don't expect them to be perfect. It's the material world, right? Why are you even expecting them to be nice to you? Like in the first place, that expectation itself is so misplaced. Like you're expecting like an air conditioner in the toilet. If you're in the material world, don't expect anything nice. And then he said that don't bring it back home. Whatever's happening at work, leave it at work. And I think the most strongest thing that he said to me was that the human form of life was not meant for fault finding and devotees or worrying about workplace politics. At the end of the day, you need to get the heck out of here. So at some point, you just need to understand it's not important.
Yes, but it's very tough. I can only imagine like how it would feel like to be with people who are constantly engrossed in that kind of mentality, and then you're trying to develop something that is completely opposite. So it's difficult, but yeah, we can only pray for you that Krishna gives you strength to navigate. Yes, Prabhu.
So, as Mother said, when part two and Prabhu came, they said this line that expectations are just like the disapproval which is going to happen. And this love means to serve. So I also written, which is love means to serve. Love is something which consumes the consciousness, and what consumes the consciousness is what we remember. So, same thing.
Okay. Any other points? Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sorry, I forgot. Yesterday. So everyone must be very hungry.
You think people were fasting?